Being presented by Harvey Goodman Realtors and ClickHarvey.com. Now, for the second time today, we had some technical issues with the first run, but we are back and hopefully we have no issues this time. Welcome to Split Screen. I'm Nick Nash, your host, live from the Love Lounge corporate offices, where the walls are so gray and the fluorescent lights are really shiny on my head, aren't they? Big thanks to Harvey Goodman Realtors and ClickHarvey.com for joining us as a partner on the show. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, ClickHarvey.com is the only resource you need. If you're looking to buy, they have hundreds of homes for sale right now. If you're looking to sell, they have all the resources you need to get it done quickly and easily. Harvey Goodman Realtors and ClickHarvey.com. Our guest today on the show for the very first time, a second timer on the show, Miss Sandy Russell from Made in the Shade in Wheeling. Hi, Sandy.
Hi there. How are you, Nick?
Hey, second time's a charm, right?
That's right.
How you been since we last talked?
Well, things are much better. We have gone back to work as of May 4th, and business is bustling thanks to the people of the Ohio Valley. And we continue to stay busy, and we are very thankful for everyone's support.
Good, good. I'm glad to hear things are back up and running and things are moving forward in a good way. You picked a heck of a day to be on the show today, because after yesterday and after today, there is a heck of a lot of sunshine out there.
I know. Isn't it nice?
It is so wonderful. I'm so glad to see some sun out there and be able to get outside and do something, right?
Me too. Yep.
So you got some orders in to tint some windows to keep all that sunshine out?
We do, and business is really picking up for the residential and commercial aspect of our business, and that's what I really wanted to talk about today was even though a lot of our business, I'd say about 60% is in automotive, but people are really learning how the sun can damage the interior of your home or your business, so I wanted to talk about that a little bit today.
Absolutely. I was actually just talking to my wife over the weekend about it, because we had all this sun coming in, and we were talking about, because you mentioned last time you were on the show about UV protection and things like that. And I kind of made the silly joke that it's like sunglasses for your house. But there's a little bit of truth to that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Nick. And the film that we do use, the UV and the UVB, also protects against cancer. So, if you are in the sun a long time, whatever the sun damage does, the automotive or the residential film can keep the UVB and UV rays out of your home, your office, or your car.
So you said about 60% of your business is done on automotive. Do you see tinting and UV protection in homes on the rise? Is that something more and more people are looking at?
I do, and I believe it's because people are more aware that this type of business is out there for them. Even though you can buy glass and have it installed in your home that has already some tint in the glass, the aftermarket tint does help tremendously. There's different shades. There's ceramic film, there's dyed film, there's solar control film. And a lot of people, I was just at 2 homes today, and one of the homes, they have a lot of sliding glass doors in their great room. However, above their sliding glass doors, they had 15 trapezoids. So they got morning sun, and the way the sun came in, it was starting to damage their hardwood floors, and they had beautiful artwork on the walls, and you could tell that some of the paintings were getting lightened. So I recommended a very dark film because the lower portion, they were still going to have light come into the glass, and they had darkening shades that they could come down electronically with the click of a button. So that room was going to be very enjoyable for them. They had their computer in there, they had a large screen TV, and they spend most of their time in there.
And I think it was you that was telling me the last time you were on the show was you had a rug on your hardwood floor, and you don't really notice the change in the color of the hardwood until you move that rug, and you can tell how much it's faded over time.
Exactly. That was actually in my house. I always wanted my husband to tint the windows, but of course he never had time. So when I was cleaning, spring cleaning a few years ago, and I moved the area rug, it was almost 2 shades lighter, and the hardwood floor is like a pine floor, but it was almost, I don't want to say white, but a very, very significant. And I get direct sunlight in that area. It's my dining and kitchen area. So yeah, it had a lot of damage to my flooring.
So what does your summer look like when the business is doing different things? Do you get a lot of cars, and do you wait and do like a lot of houses maybe in the fall or in the early spring? What do you see? What's the big thing around this time of year?
Most of the people, because spring is when they clean and they update their homes, and they work with I can't even think of the name. The people that interior decorators. My gosh,
Hmm.
they work with interior decorators. So this is when they get everything prepared going into fall, and then so they want everything done when it's warm and you don't have to worry about the snow, people tracking into your house. Um, but there's one very important aspect I did want to let people know, that when I go and give estimates, as I have today, I do use precaution. I have a mask on, and of course, I don't shake hands, and my hands are always clean and sanitized. And prior to walking in, and I let the people know that, we need to stay a distance apart. So with the 2 people that I met with today, it was very, very easygoing. I mean, they understood, I understood. We kept our distance. I did the measuring. I showed them the colors. They picked the colors, gave me a deposit, and I was on my way. So it went very, very easy.
Yeah, I think a lot of businesses are doing that. It's great to see that you're kind of changing the way you do things to keep everybody safe. And a lot of businesses are kind of changing their day-to-day operations to make things easy for people, yet still even more safe than it ever was. Barb's throwing a question up here in the comments section. It's kind of related to what you just explained, but maybe you could go a little more in depth. Barb wants to know, what's the procedure for getting an estimate for window tinting in your home, and what precautions are you taking regarding COVID? So you kind of already explained the second part of that question, but if anybody wants to get an estimate on their home, how would they go about doing that?
Well, first of all, what they do, either they see a commercial, or they're referred by someone, or today an interior decorator referred my business. And what the people do normally is they will call in, ask if we do residential or commercial tinting, which we do. They want to know if I would come out and give them an estimate. What I do first is I ask them if they could please give me some measurements, and I could give them a ballpark figure on tinting their home. And if they are okay with my price, then I would set up an appointment, go out and talk to them, meet with them, measure, and show them colors. But I want to make sure that from the beginning, our prices are very affordable. A lot of people think that window tinting of a house is astronomical, but I would say 9 out of 10 people that I go and visit, I get the sale because, like I said, it is affordable, and it shows the customer how they can save money on their heating and cooling bills, and their home is a lot more comfortable. And that's one of the um, areas that we try to tell people. That's our, making life more comfortable is kind of like our little mantra.
It's something you never really think about. At least I never thought about window tinting in your home and how it does affect how warm your house is. You get that greenhouse effect going sometimes when the sun's shining, and it can really heat your home up. But it really does change the entire temperature of your house to have that protection on there.
It does. The second house I went to today, they added on a sunroom, and there were 16 windows in there. And as soon as I walked in, it was like a hot box. I mean, they had fans going in, but I could just feel the heat just sitting there for about 20 minutes. I just got really hot. And the lady was telling me, she said, I love to come out here because this is where I spend my time, but it's so hot, I can't stay in here. So she went with a really dark film. So that will keep the heat out during the summer, and it'll keep it cooler in the summer, of course, and warmer in the winter. So she can enjoy the sky still being blue and the trees still being green. And then it's security purposes also. She has people behind her, so there's a lot of privacy there during the day.
Now, you mentioned a few minutes ago about different colors.
Yes.
What do you mean by colors? Is that different shades of tint, different darkness levels?
Yes, we have shades of gray, and then we also have a bronze color. And 90% of the people do go with grays because it's more natural. However, some people like the bronze because if they have a red or a tan brick home, they like how that aesthetically looks up against their brick or their the exterior of their windows. But there are different shades in both families. There's a 70%, which is clear. That's a ceramic film. And even though it is clear, it still keeps out 99% of the UV rays, as all of our films keep out 99% of the ultraviolet rays. And then it graduates down to a 50, which is considered light. And then there's a 35, which is considered medium. Then we go to 20, which is dark, and then 5, which is limousine tint. It's super dark. So depending on, I ask the customer questions as to why they want their windows tinted. We go through the different shades, and the higher the number, the lighter the tint. A lot of people think it's the opposite.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, so if you say 5%, that means 95% of the heat and sun is kept out of your house and only 5% comes in. Whereas if you go with a 50%, then of course it's 50-50. But like I said, they all keep out 99% of the UV rays, but the higher the number, the lighter the film, and then it won't keep out as much heat.
Okay. A couple of questions for Mikey. The first one, he says, how many shades of gray are there? And I know you just kind of answered that, but I think he wants me to say 50 shades of gray. It's not 50 shades of gray, Mikey.
No, Mikey. Whoever Mikey is, there's about 7 grades of grays.
7 is your answer, Mikey. He also asked, this is actually a good question. What is a window tinting for your home typically do for heating and cooling utilities? That's also going to cut down on your bills, right?
Yes, it does significantly account for lower heating and cooling bills. I would say most people say that they see about a 3% savings on the year. And another good aspect of that is you can take a certain percentage off on your taxes because it's like a solar control that the green effect.
Yeah.
So there are forms that people can fill out and add that to their taxes. Or deduct from their taxes, I'm sorry.
I can't think of any reason why I wouldn't do this now.
I know. There's no reason. I mean, it's affordable, it's necessary, privacy, security. There's really no reason not to tint your windows.
All right. All right, let's hit the website real quick, madeinthe-shade-tint.com. All the contact info and things on there. You do have some pictures as well of some of the work you've done, mostly on automotive there. And
I do have some pictures I have some pictures here that I can show real quick. And I do have to say one very important thing. We are going to be moving at the end of May. We've been at this location for 24 years. And we are ready for a change, and the change is going to be all good. It's a very nice building. We will be located at 3637 National Road in Triadelphia, and that's 2 doors down on the left from Volkswagen Subaru.
Oh, okay.
It's like the big old red schoolhouse. It was built in 1929, so we are going to have a lot of room. It's going to be really exciting, and it's going to be like a fresh start, even though I have a lot of really great memories here. We're ready for a change and to keep the business growing.
So you said 22 years in your current location?
24.
24 years. Wow.
24
And
years of stuff I have to move and box. Yes.
you think about moving, like I moved into the house I live in now 10 years ago, and I tell my wife all the time, there's not a chance we're ever moving out of this house because I don't want to pick up all the stuff that we've already accumulated and move
I
it to another
know.
location. So I can imagine you've got plenty of things that you're going to have to move to the new place, but it'll all be worth it.
Oh, it will be definitely worth it. Yes, yes. So we're all excited. We're still doing business though at our current location, and we will still be doing it through the 29th of May. The 30th and 31st, we will be moving everything over there. It's now painted and it's all ready for us to move in so that we can start on Monday, June 1st.
Great. So Monday, June 1st will be the first day in the new location.
Yes, it will be.
All the info also at madeintheshadetint.com, and I imagine you'll have all that info up on your Facebook page as well for people to see.
Yes, and all of our phone numbers, everything's staying the same except our address. We're still going to be easy access off of I-70. We're still going to be a national road, so it's probably a little bit easier to find us because it's right on 40.
Right.
Where we are now, I mean, we are established and people know where we are, so most of the people know how to get here. But yeah, where we are going, it's much more visible.
Well, good. Congratulations on the new building and good luck moving.
Well, thank you. But do you want to see some pictures of these
Yes,
homes?
I do. Absolutely.
Okay. Let me see how I can show you here. So, can you see that?
Here, let me put you up. Let's see if we can do it this way. There, that's bigger. Okay.
Okay. This is a sunroom.
Uh-oh. I think we lost our guest. Unfortunately. We'll hang out for a couple of minutes and see if Sandy's able to rejoin. But if not, you can check out all the photos online at madeintheshadetint.com. In fact, I'm actually going to go ahead, since she unfortunately dropped off, let's go ahead and bring up the website here, and I will show you some things that we have on the website. So my apologies, Sandy. I'm sorry that you dropped off. I don't know what happened there. Okay, can we see that okay? Here, let's get me off of there. All right, madeintheshadetint.com. Oh, it looks like she's joining again. Sandy, can you hear me? There she is. That's okay. I was actually just bringing up the website. So go ahead.
Okay, this home right here, if you look above, that is a sunroom where the windows are clear on top. And then on the bottom, we did a 5% limousine tint. So you can see how that looks from the outside.
Yeah.
In this home here, it's considered a 35%, and we did that throughout the whole house. So it looks very nice from the outside. And then, of course, on the inside, it's not too dark. It's not too light. The ones on the bottom have already been tinted. So that is looking out from the inside.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
And that's the 35.
So
let me see if I get this right. So 35 means 35% of the light gets in, right?
Correct.
Yes,
correct.
I got it.
Yes. And then on this one here, only 5%
That's a
comes
5%.
in.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes. And then we did St. Michael's Church, not St. Michael's, I'm sorry, St. Vincent's Church, where they have their community room. And we tinted that whole area because they have a lot of functions and the room was just too hot.
Yeah.
And the air conditioning couldn't keep up with it. So we tinted that last year and they're very pleased with it.
Well, that's fantastic. I love talking about.
We also tint schools. I don't have a picture right off of the top of my head right here, but we did St. Michael's School. All of the windows closest to the church, the kids couldn't see their computer screen, so they went fairly dark. Yeah, they went fairly dark, and all of the all of the students seemed to really like it, and the teachers liked it because it was cooler and the students weren't kind of moving around in their desk, and they were able to learn better and concentrate, focus more.
Good. We're learning all kinds of things today.
Well, good.
All right, so the website again is madeintheshadetint.com. Sandy, again, we're out of time, so thanks so much for joining. I hope to have you on again sometime. We'll learn even more about window tinting and all of the amazing benefits that we've talked about that I didn't know about. So,
great.
All kinds of good stuff. And again, you are moving to the new location in Triadelphia on National Road, June 1st, the first day at the new location.
Yes. And if anybody ever wants to call and talk and ask me questions, I'm here to help. And as I said, estimates are always free. And if you do decide to have our company come and do your work, my installers, they all know the procedures about wearing masks. They take their shoes off before they come into your home. And we have certain little slippers to put on so they don't mess up your floor. They're very careful with the installation. They clean up after themselves, and everyone that we have done, they really call me and tell me how well the men did. And they also said that if I ever need any references, that they will certainly write us a letter or whatever is needed.
Great. Good. All right,
You're
Sandy,
welcome.
thanks so much. Appreciate your time, and we'll talk again soon, okay?
Thank you for having me. Enjoy this beautiful weather.
I'm going to try to get outside if I can get out of the office today.
All right. Have a good one, Nick. Thank you.
Thanks, Sandy. See you later. That's Sandy Russell from Made in the Shade Tint. You can find her at her new location on National Road, June 1st. She is still at the current location. Until then, you can find more at madeintheshadetint.com and at the current business location. And on Facebook as well. That has been Split Screen. Thanks so much for joining. Big thanks to Harvey Goodman Realtors and ClickHarvey.com. If you're in the market to buy or sell a home, you can click on ClickHarvey.com. If you're looking to buy, they have more than 100 homes for sale right now. And if you're looking to sell, they have all the resources you need to get it done quickly and easily at ClickHarvey.com. That is Split Screen. We'll see you again